And at any rate, then I don't know how I got onto this or how I'm getting onto this one, but it's e-cigarette that I started smoking last year. People are always asking me, how does it work? And it's pretty simple. This is just a heating element. This is a battery with a very, very mild heating element. And in this is just some gelatin kind of stuff with pure nicotine in it. Mm-hmm. And so when you puff on the thing, it creates a mild heat that creates water vapor. And the water vapor is simply a delivery system for pure nicotine.
No smoke inhalation. It's strictly nicotine inhalation.
Strictly nicotine via water vapor.
Right.
Okay. But the reason I started smoking the thing is last year, big surf. I hadn't been out probably 9 months, and I of course chose a double overhead day to go out in, and I get caught between sets, and my arms quit working. Okay. I mean, I'm just paddling, and my arms quit working. I'm out of breath. I'm just going, uh-oh. And, I'm thinking to myself, people always told me, smoking's going to kill you. Matter of time. And then I thought to myself, now I know how. It's going to drown me. So at any rate, I went out. I'd heard about these things. I think I actually tried one once at some mall. And I went out, and that was enough to make me at least do this, okay? And so along the way, by doing this, I won't call them epiphanies, but insights into addiction, okay? And rather interesting, I'm not saying anything new, but just in a different way of looking at things, okay, is that I realized that in order to smoke this, so it would take the place of a cigarette, I had to experiment a little bit in how to smoke it. I hate to say this, but basically like one would smoke marijuana, okay, a marijuana cigarette, joint. And so you kind of puff on it and you hold it in a little bit so you get the nicotine rush, okay? And it works. But the bottom line, my addiction's not gone away, nor will it as long as I continue these things. But that's all it is. It's nicotine, perhaps is like akin to caffeine, all right? So can I live with that kind of addiction? Yeah, I can, considering the realistic alternative. Being pragmatic, it's the best probable world, not the best possible world for this guy, okay? And so at any rate, this is sustainable. All right. But anyway, while smoking this thing, I learned, it hit home that it was, wow, a cigarette is just a pure drug. And when you ask somebody, what is it you like about smoking? And I'm telling you, some of the things you'll say, well, it's after a meal. It's with my coffee. It's with a drink. It's da-da-da. And what they're telling you is the associations. They're not telling you why they really like it. Why they really like it is because it's a drug, okay? Pure, unadulterated drug, that's simple. And that drug, because it hits the pleasure centers, creates associations. And those associations run across the board. And if somebody likes a banana, they associate it, it creates associations just by the nature of being a banana and that you like it, okay? Or don't like it, or whatever. So then I started thinking about the way we look at addiction, drugs, narcotics, whatever, okay, is that we tend to build a fence around it. And the only real difference is that with any addiction, narcotic or otherwise, is that we have become obsessive about it, okay? And that covers sex, that covers food, that covers virtually everything in our lives that we have one time or another become obsessive about. Some gals, some whatever. Okay, and so when you look at it that way, all of a sudden the fence breaks down, and then you see it runs across the board through virtually everything in life. Okay, so in other words, it's not separate. Like everything else we speak about, it's not separate. And you learn that everything's connected somehow. So there's so many different ways to look at dealing with addiction, okay? Obsessiveness is create new associations, okay? That's what I had to do for this to work for me. And I've lost it a few times, or they didn't have refills or whatever. And I've gone back to cigarettes. And then oddly enough, I go back to cigarettes and I have to reassociate my associations or reorient my associations with tobacco. Okay, it's weird, but got it.